Today I have a 1:400 scale replica of John F. Kennedy International Airport. JFK is a massive airport and is a hub for both American Airlines, JetBlue Airways, and Delta Airlines. This is also the first airport update ever on my channel with the original GeminiJets 2005 terminal and my brand new setup. So without further ado, let's begin today's airport update of JFK as we are joined by a special guest. To start off our airport update, we have a British Airways Boeing 787-8 that is going to be taking off on runway 27 left for a flight out to London Heathrow.
And following that, we have a Delta 737-800 taxiing to Atlanta, Georgia. Then after that, we have an American 777-200 in the One World livery taxiing out to London Heathrow.
Just landed at the airport and taxiing to the terminal. Here's a JetBlue Airbus A220-300. This plane is just arriving at the airport from a flight from Boston, Logan.
After that, we have a Volaris Airbus A319 taxiing out to Guadalajara. And after that, we have a JetBlue Airbus A320 in the Blueberry's tail arriving in from Denver, Colorado, which is my home, so go Denver.
Taxiing to Terminal 8, here we have a member of One World's American Airlines 737-800. This plane is just taxiing to Terminal 8 from a flight from Cincinnati, Ohio. And over here we have a fairly new model, an NG Models JetBlue Airbus A321neo. This is in the Joel Peterson, I think, name. And this JetBlue A321neo is taxiing out to the runway for a flight out to San Juan, Puerto Rico. And oh baby, with the gorgeous lighting in the back, here we have an Emirates Airbus A380 and the sky is only the beginning astronaut special livery. This plane is just waiting for the British Airways 787 to take off, and this plane is next in line for departure for a flight out to Dubai. This is a very nice model.
Moving on, we have a Alaska A321neo taxiing out, and will be heading out to Los Angeles today.
Here we have another shot of the morning glare here at JFK and also the gorgeous ocean in the back. But over here we have an Aviation Airbus A320-200 in a Taka Heritage livery, a great model by NG Models. This plane is taxiing to the terminal from a flight from San Salvador.
After that, we have a American 777-200 taxiing to the terminal as it just arrived in from Sao Paulo. Today we have this Delta Airlines Airbus A330-900 neo. This is in the Team USA livery and it'll be heading out to Tel Aviv.
Over here we have a Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200 being heavily catered and surrounded by fuel trucks. This plane will depart the gate in approximately 30 minutes for a flight out to Seattle, Tacoma.
Following that, we have this Delta 757-200 arriving in from LAX.
And then taxiing to the gate, we have a Copa Airlines Boeing 737-800. This, of course, is just the normal livery. This plane is taxiing to the gate from a flight from Panama City. Up next, we have a Delta Airlines Boeing 757-300 getting catering up for a flight out to Minneapolis-St. Paul. This plane will depart the gate in approximately 45 minutes after boarding its first passengers.
After that, we have this Aeromexico 737-700 in the beautiful chrome livery. This aircraft will be departing for the flight out to Mexico City today. Then moving on to WestJet, we have a WestJet 737-700 taxiing to the runway and will be departing for the flight out to Toronto.
Over here we have the stunning JetBlue Airbus A320-200 in the Blue Rika special livery, waiting for this JetBlue A321neo to taxi out of its gate. This plane just arrived at the airport from a flight from St. Martin. Over here we have a FedEx ATR-72, and this plane is just by the ocean. It's waiting to take off and have clearance to take off for a flight out to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
And following that, we have a Lufthansa 787-9 Dreamliner just touching down in from Munich.
Over here we have a JetBlue Airbus A321. This, of course, is in the mint tail, and while it's not in a new livery, this A321 does have mint seating aboard on it, and this plane just arrived at the gate from a flight from LAX.
Following that, we have this JetBlue Airbus A321neo looking absolutely beautiful. It'll be departing for the flight out to Orlando.
Over here we have a JetBlue A320-200 in the Boston Bruins special livery. This plane is boarding up for a flight out to Savannah, Georgia. Fun fact is I've actually seen this plane in Savannah, Georgia, and the flight was being diverted out to JFK.
Following on the JetBlue aircrafts, we have a JetBlue A320 with sharklets in the barcode tail. This aircraft just arrived in from San Juan about 20 minutes ago.
Over here, taxiing to Terminal 8, or the American Airlines Terminal, we have the American Airlines MAX 8, 737 MAX 8, which is taxiing to Terminal 8 from a flight from Charlotte.
Following that, we have a brand new airplane, or fairly new, is a JetBlue A220-300, arriving in from West Palm Beach.
And after that, we have a Condor Airlines Airbus A330-900 Neo, taxiing out to the runway for a flight out to Frankfurt, Germany. Believe it or not, I actually love Condor's new livery.
Moving on from that, we have a Delta 767-400. This will be heading out to London Heathrow today.
Over here is one of my favorite JetBlue planes, the JetBlue 15th anniversary plane known as the Blue Manatee. Its crew is boarding up and it's getting some catering on for a flight out to Fort Lauderdale.
Then after that, we have a JetBlue Airbus A320-200 in the Boston Celtics livery, and this will be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor.
Over here we have a Delta Airlines Boeing 737-800, and this plane is taxiing to the runway for a flight out to Salt Lake City. This plane also is the Atlanta Braves World Champion Special 737-800.
After that, we have a regional aircraft, the American CRJ-900. This aircraft is taxiing to the terminal and just arrived in from Raleigh-Durham.
Over here is a Qatar Airways Boeing 787-8, and this plane has just arrived at the airport from a flight from Doha and is pulling up to its gate.
Moving on from that, we have a FedEx 777 freighter taxiing out to no other than Memphis.
Waiting to depart its gate is this Aer Lingus Airbus A330-300. This plane has plans to fly out to Dublin and is making final arrangements. Over here we have an ANA Boeing 787-10, which is also just ready to depart its gate for a flight out to Tokyo, Narita. Over here is a JetBlue E190 that's taxiing out to the runway for a flight out to Boston, Logan.
And after that, we have a Swiss Airbus A330-200. This aircraft just arrived in from Zurich.
Over here, just prepping to arrive at the terminal, is a LATAM Boeing 767-300, which has just arrived at the airport from a flight from Sao Paulo. As you can see, the baggage truck is going to be deboarding the baggage, and the passengers are going to deboard the plane once the plane gets to the gate. Taxiing to the cargo terminal, here's a Cargolux Boeing 747-400 in the Beluga Whale, the Sea Life Trust special livery. This plane is taxiing to the cargo terminal from a flight from London Heathrow.
After that, we have a Qantas 787-9 Dreamliner in the beautiful 100-year anniversary livery, heading all the way out to Sydney, Australia.
Over here, being heavily catered by baggage trucks and fuel, here's a Hawaiian Airlines Airbus A330-200, which is busy boarding up for a flight out to Honolulu.
After that, we have the Aerolíneas Argentinas A340-300. This will be heading out to Buenos Aires.
Taxiing out to the runway, here's a LATAM Boeing 777-300ER. Personally, I've seen this aircraft at JFK numerous times while driving by there. This is, of course, in a Star Wars Galaxy's Edge special livery, and this plane is taxiing out to the runway for a flight out to Sao Paulo, Brazil. Almost reaching the end of the main terminal, here we have a Korean Airlines Boeing 747-8I in the Children's Horizon special livery, boarding up for a flight out to Seoul. As you can see, it's being catered by fuel and luggage.
And after that, we have a Lufthansa A380-800 heading all the way out to Frankfurt, Germany.
Preparing to take off, here's a Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200 in a SkyTeam livery. This plane is preparing to take off for a flight out to San Diego, California. Taxiing over the taxiway bridge, here's a UPS MD-11F, which is taxiing to the cargo terminal from a flight from Louisville, Kentucky.
Then we have the beautiful Emirates Sky Cargo 777 freighter getting cargo loaded onto the aircraft and will be heading out to Dubai.
Over here at the cargo terminal, we have a FedEx Boeing 777F, and this plane is being, the crew is boarding up the plane for a flight out to Hong Kong. And over here, taxiing over the taxiway bridge, we have an American Eagle E-175. This is taxiing to Terminal 8 from a flight from Washington Dulles. Starting us off for the last terminal today, or Terminal 8, the American Airlines terminal, we have an American Airlines 777-300ER prepping up for a flight out to London Heathrow.
Then we have a American 737-800 boarding up all the passengers for the flight out to Chicago.
And next up, we have this American Airlines Airbus A319 with sharklets. This plane is going to be prepping up soon for a flight out to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and will depart the gate in approximately 40 minutes. Taxiing out of the gate, we have this American Airlines Airbus A321. This American Airlines Airbus A321 is taxiing out of the gate, obviously going to wait for that FedEx 777 to taxi away, and this American Airlines A321 is taxiing out for a flight out to Phoenix Sky Harbor.
Then moving on from that, we have another American 737-800 in the TWA special livery, departing for the flight out to Miami, Florida. Following that, we have American A321neo, and it'll be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor.
And the last plane of this airport update, here we have an American Airlines 777-200ER boarding up for a flight out to Honolulu, Hawaii. So that is it for today's airport update of JFK. I'd like to hand the mic over to Mile High Aviation.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me on today's video, and I hope to see you in a future video. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you all so much for watching this airport update. Please subscribe to Mile High Aviation for fantastic aviation content. He has fantastic videos, and if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, as there will be many other videos with this brand new setup. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. This is Hawaiian Air 2121 signing off.